Hi, I'm Lydia Herrera. Recently, I sent out an email asking parents to let me know what their top questions they have as far as raising an ADHD child. And I got a lot of responses, and they were all pretty amazing. And I want to thank you if you were one of the ones that responded to my question. However, I noticed that there were several of those questions that were pretty heart-wrenching. Hey, I get it. My husband and I raised an ADHD son who also has learning disabilities. It's a tough job, isn't it? There are so many facets to that challenge. It seems like we just get one thing ironed out, all set and ready, and then something else pops up. And here we go again, right? Now, I do realize that what we deal with, all parents deal with. However, when you add ADHD to the mix, it makes our job much harder. Not impossible, just harder. I've been doing one-on-one coaching for some time now, and I just love working with my clients. We get to know each other really well. We talk about issues that are specific to their child, and it's really very personalized coaching. However, there are only so many hours in a week that I have to be able to have that one-on-one contact with parents. I'm an author, I speak at local schools, and I write my blog and newsletter, and I really enjoy doing that. However, coaching moms is my passion. So in order to reach more moms, I've decided to hold a webinar. It will be free. And to start off with, we're going to talk about two issues. I know there are a lot more issues that we deal with as parents of ADHD children. However, these are two issues that I want to start out with. The first issue is, are we good enough? You heard me right. Are we good enough? Aren't we always second-guessing ourselves? We wonder if there's just one more thing we can do to help that child. Is there one more book we can read to get a new idea? Maybe we need to change the medication and that'll do the trick. We're always wondering, are we doing this right? Does that happen to you? The other issue that we'll talk about is discipline. Does the thought of disciplining your child just drive you crazy like it did me? Yeah. It's hard getting an ADHD child to sit and listen, to focus, to do what we ask, to act properly. Wow, it's a challenge. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well. Some of you know me quite well. We've either met or we've exchanged emails, and you may have read my blog or newsletter. For those of you who haven't met me yet, I'm a mom of two sons. Our younger son was diagnosed with ADHD and learning disabilities when he was in kindergarten. He's now an adult, and he's doing very well. In fact, he's a senior in college, and he's getting ready to graduate in just a couple of months. My husband and I worked really hard with that kid, and I think we did a pretty good job. Now, during those years of raising him, there were two lessons that I needed to understand in order to be successful. The first one was I had to accept the fact that it was going to be harder to raise this son than it would be raising our other son. No kidding, right? But I had to accept that fact. The second lesson was I needed help. Now, I was very fortunate. My husband was very supportive. However, I still needed help. And when I understood and accepted those two lessons, I got to the point where I knew we're going to make it, and there's hope. You see, I believe that children and parents have a lot more power than they think they do. And when they can believe it, they will be able to see it, and they will make a huge difference in the future of that child. I use my experience as an educator as well as a parent of an ADHD son to help other parents discover strength that they don't know that they have. And I also help them to be uniquely equipped to help that child thrive. Now, I hope you'll join me in the webinar that I'm planning. I'm going to be sharing valuable information. We're going to have lots of fun, and I believe that you will come away with at least one good idea that you can implement right away to be more effective in your parenting. You'll need to register to get access to the webinar. If you'll click on the button on this page, you'll get all of the information about the webinar, and you'll need to register, okay? Register today, and I'll see you soon.